What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Wildsea. The Zephyr strikes again. I am joined by an amazing cast of creatives here joining me today, and we are going to have some fun and continue our adventure through the Wildsea, a post-apocalyptic. I don't know if you'd really call it that, but basically the forest has reclaimed the entire world, and everybody kind of travels around on ships that use the tree as if it was a giant ocean or sea of sorts. The Wildsea.
Whoa,
Before we
this game system, amazing.
It's like that thing where they say when they say the name of the movie, the movie ends. Like, all right, well, we're done here.
Like, and we're done.
did what we came to do. But before we jump into the intro video and we get rolling with the game, some pun intended there, I'm going to take a minute and pass it over to some awesome players here to talk about some other awesome games that are floating around the wild interwebs. So let's start with Emily. Why don't you go ahead and...
Yeah, I am very, very thrilled to tell everybody that my childhood dreams have come true with our next campaign of Magical Miss, because I get to be an adult that plays Pretend Winx Club with my friends, and it is everything that you could have wanted and more. We are running a Glitter Hearts, a modified Glitter Hearts campaign set in the Winx Club universe, playing the children of the original Winx Club fairies. So it is full of fun and sparkles and a little bit of drama. There may or may not have been a sun that was exploded. We don't know, exactly all the details, but we stream every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And we are also coming up on our second anniversary of Magical Miss as a channel. So we are going to be having a special anniversary stream at 4 p.m. Eastern on August 24th coming up. So be there or be square. Don't be square. Be there. And we would love to see you. So come join with us. Feel some of the fun sparkle time. We'll talk about the 4Kids dub, all of that good stuff, and then come celebrate our anniversary with us. I've heard that it'll be mildly Bridgerton themed with our first campaign's Regency AU that we are going to be playing through.
Oh, neat. That sounds awesome.
It's going to be fun. I'm stoked.
Yeah. Well, thank you for introducing that. And if you're following along in our chat here, Nightbot put up the Twitch for Magical Miss thanks to the amazing Tofu. So give a follow.
Tofu.
Moving into the next channel or shows or however you want to word it, the amazing Juniper, who is in full up cosplay for tonight.
I can't help myself. So on Saturdays, on most Saturdays, I play in a game over on Dean Denial's Twitch channel called the Moonstone Matriarchy, and it's an all-women group playing D&D 5e. And we're essentially trying to save the world because some gods are trying to make use of an astronomical convergence, which is going to happen in about 2 months. But in the meantime, we are dipping our toes into some romantic comedy, romance drama. I don't know, because one of our party members has been betrothed to an archfey kind of against her will before she was born, and she's just realizing she may have to marry him in order to help us save the world. So that's about to happen. After that, we're going to dip our toes into my character's storyline to get the next stone to save the world. Anyway, so come join us on Saturdays. It's a really great game, really great party, amazing DM. I Sneeze Stars, we love you. Come join us on Saturdays, DM Denial's channel.
So excited.
Well, thank you very much for that, Juniper. I hope that everybody clicks links and follows along. And if you are unfortunately not able to join us in a live stream, you can always find the links to these amazing places in the description of the YouTube video. quick notes for Shattered Tabletop Gaming. Our merch store is on its way to becoming a fully functional store. So that's coming. Yeah, we started our first Call of Cthulhu session on Friday, so new show that is actually being helmed and story told by the amazing Super Gets. So definitely check it out. Watch some of that. It's Chaos Incarnate in the Wild West. So good times. All right. I think without further ado, unless anybody else has something that they would like to promote, I'm going to roll our intro video.
Yay!
All right. Everybody good?
Yeah.
Let's do this thing. That music definitely gives like an outro kind of vibe.
Yeah.
It's like, no, don't worry. Yeah, don't worry. You didn't
we're
miss
still
it.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But awesome. Well, welcome everybody. A month ago, our intrepid heroes attempted to get their ship repaired, only to find that the local trader of Bits and Bobs does not have the required materials to make the repairs.
Right.
However, he did have a map, which the players could go pick up a pre-verdancy piece of tech to trade to a scrapyard owner named Weasel Bop. So our lovely players. Oh yes, I'm sitting here doing all the freaking recap stuff when I don't have to. You know what? As the ship travels through the treetops, heading towards the destination marked by the map, everybody's milling about doing their things, and the camera pans down to Priscilla's room. Priscilla's sitting at her desk. Take it away, Priscilla.
Dear Diary, success! At least in Harlan being able to get the package to Lunella Prentice at Dragonfly Lane, 5th house on the left. Type of success. Another satisfied customer for Harlan's hard work. We did stumble across a little hiccup, but Cerise heroically and literally jumped into action and tackled a silacrae of sugar ants that had yoinked the package off of Harlan on our way to delivery. The nerve of that silacrae. There went Cerise flying past as though in slow motion, her cape flapping behind her, also in slow motion, crashing into and scattering those sugar ants, only to be antagonized further by Kanoko devouring one of them. We may not have seen the last of them, but another problem for another episode. Most importantly was the satisfaction of the delivery of the actual package, and apparently not the contents in it at the end. While we were in port, we took the time for ourselves to explore and check out all the little shops and see if we could find information on gathering supplies. I've used up all my material from patching up the Zephyr and hardly have any left to do actual upgrades. Despite Cerese's love of the Zephyr's unique character, I won't give up on getting our wonderful relationship a little bit more oomph and bada boom. Plus, I'm also trying to help Kanoko's irrigation system for their mushroom farm. They need to feel a little less like they're being spit on and more like the light, refreshing mist they deserve.
Oh.
Lucky for us, we ran into quite a determined denizen, Danny Dude Daniel, who helped provide us the information we needed in exchange for a ride to the town in your heart, Port Baby. He told us about the hippest, most metal place in town was Weasel Bops. And although we were willing to fairly honor our deal and later take him to In Your Heart, it turns out the dissatisfied Dandy Do Daniel definitely doesn't do danger. Darn it. And so we went off to shop. New outfits, treats and sweets galores in the form of an extra large box of cream-filled bugs for Kanoko, and even a spa treatment where I was able to get a spine refresh. Feeling sharp once again after getting each spine filed back into their best point, we wandered into Bits and Bob's general store, where we made a new set of friends by the name of Bits and Bobbert. And once again, Weasel Bops was mentioned, which only cemented that we needed to do some trade there. However, we're gonna need something to trade with, and it turns out there's some sort of 80-foot tin can that Weasel Bops is interested in. How convenient. Bits and Bobbers helped us get us set up with some wool for Harlan to snack on, a new foot with a flashy can opener ankle bracelet for Cerise, and most importantly, a map to our next destination. We are on our way and almost to that tin can location, and soon we'll be heading under the thresh. I've packed up all my explosives, variety of mini bombs, and attached my arrowhead bombs. There's only one other bomb I need to take care of before we arrive, and that would be my bath bomb. This cactus needs to freshen up her blooms. Always thorny, Priscilla.
No.
Bravo.
You too.
Bravo.
That was incredible. I
So good.
adore that.
gotta put that on there.
Mhm.
Good question.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it had
Very
happened.
good question.
Indeed. Oh my gosh. All right, let me make sure that this isn't going to blow out everybody's eardrums when I turn the music on. All right, so the ship has been traveling for quite a while. Priscilla, you finished up your lovely journal or diary entry, and you all actually, real quick, who's driving?
Probably me.
Not Harlan.
I was like, is it
Oh,
old
okay.
Leadfoot Harlan?
I mean, forget a day's worth of travel. If it's going to be Harlan, we'll be there in like
An hour.
lickety split.
Be there in 20 minutes if you guys will let me behind the wheel. We'd be making good time.
Man,
I think
maybe
we
some
should
other
take this
point,
one
Harlan.
easy. Yeah.
All right, so no one has to be driving. You can actually pass this off to one of the NPCs that exists on this ship.
Well,
I forgot about
Will.
Oh, we have crew.
Yes, that's
You
right.
do have crew.
We have crew.
we have Will. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Are they twins?
Will and Way.
Yes.
So if you all want, Will can just be driving. Will is primarily controlled by the chat, so that's
Oh,
always delightful.
I think that would be
Let's let Will
wise.
drive.
I think
yeah. I'm not opposed to it, so
Mm.
Okay.
I'm
I
constantly driving.
so here's the thing. It's it's not like before where you were trying to escape danger or anything like that. So Will's just kind of standing at the wheel, just taking you all gently over the treetops. The rustle of the leaves every now and again brushing the side of the ship.
Hey, Will. Do you want any of this wool? I got some snacks. I don't know if you would want to eat any of it with me. It's okay. It's not like the best I've ever had, but it's not like the worst.
Will reaches over, grabs a pinch, like puts it in like tobacco tip.
Is Will a Mothrin or
Nope.
like? Oh, fantastic! Love it.
If I remember correctly, Will is the Wildsea version of a human, so he's ardent.
It's ardent.
Pardon. And he doesn't speak very much. He's the silently strong type.
Oh, that was a bold choice, Will. I guess I was the one that offered, but also, all right. If it helps you drive, I mean, I can't really judge.
Mm-hmm.
Harlan is like taking a seat, like essentially on the bridge, I guess, to be able to like look at the outside. Like they're essentially like between deliveries right now, so they're just munching on some old wool, having a good time watching the trees go by.
Okay. Having a good time. Having
A good time.
All right. What is Cerise doing?
You know what? Cerise is probably in her little area, the Wild Bay, patching up her mask. I'm gonna describe this for the chat. The iron body is actually placed in a way where it's kind of leaning back against the wall, and right out of it, patching up this mask, looks to be kind of this ardent, but she's got dark brown hair, pale skin, very well built, kind of slim, and her clothes are kind of reminiscent of her little cape that she has. Not exactly, but you know, there's pieces there, and kind of the edges of her give off sort of like this little spectral look, and they just flow around her, and she's just patching up the little mask, and she's got little paints for whenever the clear glue dries, she'll go over the cracks and paint over them, and she hardly ever comes out of her iron body in front of anyone else, so she's trying to make sure she's doing this alone.
Oh,
So
yeah.
none of us know that she's an ardent inside the metal. Okay.
She can like her ironbound body, it's solid, you know, there's nothing that like comes apart, you know, to like let an actual physical being out. She just can come out. And she's just this little spectral being inside of a iron body. Her ardent body is actually 5'2" where her iron body is like 6 feet tall. So she's small, but you know, she can easily reach the mask while the iron body is sitting down.
she can fix her own mech. I love that.
Yeah.
It goes to the machine.
Music goes to the machine.
Yes.
Yep.
How dare you be funnier than me?
That's what Cerise does. So occasionally, some fruit tends to go missing for no apparent reason. It's Cerise. When she's in her spectral body's self, she'll actually eat actual fruits. And while she's in the iron body, she's eating little nuts and bolts.
So
All right. Kanoko, what are you up to?
I am. Harlan was up on deck, right? Just kind of chilling, and yeah, I think I'm up somewhere close to Harlan feeding the spring foxes. We have our ship has a pod of spring foxes that kind of surround it, like dolphins would surround a ship. I think I'm out there feeding the spring foxes with little bits out of my mushroom garden, like as I'm sort of tending the garden and weeding bits out of it, and then feeding the bits I don't want to the spring foxes.
That's so cute.
I love that.
Aw.
Priscilla, you finished up your diary. What are you doing with the rest of your time?
Well, since Priscilla was getting all her explosives ready, she's got all this soot all over her. So she went to go take a self-care bath and moisturize and and try to clean up any of the ash that's been left behind on her. Gotta
Okay.
get ready for that next stop.
Just like the water bottle spray on your face.
Oh.
Well, spritz. So as you all reach the X on the map, you see the spring foxes kind of start leaping ahead of the ship, and they kind of start doing like this circle dance around this particular area. Will pulls his penny whistle out of his shirt, and he does the like, we've arrived.
This must be the place.
The ship comes to a halt. Will drops anchor, and he just kind of sits down and starts knitting.
I love Will.
I'm obsessed
That's
with him.
amazing.
What
Sorry.
the heck?
That
Is there any
that's amazing.
Is there anything visible different about this canopy that's being circled by the spring foxes?
So you do notice that it is a darker, it's like maple trees, but they're a darker colored leaf.
Oh.
And it definitely kind of sticks out. It's a very wide circle. The tin can itself, I said, was what, 80 feet?
Something
Or-
like that.
Yeah, I think so.
How many meters is that? for Kanoko.
Divide by 3.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I can't math.
Math. It's why it's about double that
26
size.
27 meters, I think.
I like that. Yeah. Sounds good.
That sounds legit.
You know what? So the crochet was actually a head nod to one of the other streams that we do, but I like the idea of Will doing needlepoint.
Yes.
I love that idea.
Oh,
There
I'm in.
we go.
But it's always in puns. So it's like this particular one he's working on is a tree, and it says never leave home without it.
Oh,
so
that's
cute.
cute.
Good.
I love that so much.
You make me want to do a needlepoint. God.
Mhm.
But for the now, is there a way that any of us could roll for like spring fox lore knowledge? Like, is this something that they biologically do in good times or like in danger? Like, is this a positive response or a negative response?
Don't you dare.
Good question.
Don't you dare, Super Gets. Wash was a natural treasure. So spring foxes, you don't have to roll for it. It's pretty commonly known that spring foxes will do this pretty much whenever. But it's more of a, how to word it. They do it in danger, but they also do it not in danger. It's more of a indicator. Like, hey, there's something here.
Okay.
Guys, we don't have to worry. I've watched a lot of Wildsea Geo Wild, and this is okay. Like the spring foxes, there's not any danger nearby. Probably.
Okay.
Except that gunshot. Whatever.
Except some big loud noises. But
They heard that.
there might be something cool over there. So we could check it out, or we could die. But I feel like that's kind of the vibe of everywhere we go. So I'd say we check it out.
I think so too. I mean, if we want to get our shit working properly, we're gonna have to go down, I think. So maybe we should do that.
We've got to make sure that do we have enough room to haul stuff for Weasel Bop?
We do.
How big is the stuff we have to?
I know I
Because,
cleaned my room recently, and I donated some things to the Goodwill. So I should have at least a little bit of extra room.
I don't even have a room. You know that Kanoko sleeps standing in the middle of their mushroom patch, just like standing there. They don't have a room.
Yeah.
Just vibing.
Oh goodness. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
All right. Shit happens when you stream.
Yeah.
Well, also my younger sibling forgot that I was, and the thing that they were messing with is like right there. So
no.
yeah, I told them what y'all did. She about lost it. Which is a plus my.
Listen,
So
it's
the
canon in our universe now.
right. So the Wild Bay is half full, I'll say. And that's pretty much taken up by Cerise's things and the what is the name of that thing?
The Echo,
the skipper?
the little skipper.
The skipper. That's what it is.
Yeah.
The little motorcycle boat.
Yeah, the skipper. It's called an Echo. It's called Echo, not an Echo. It's Echo. Anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, the sleek little bone-looking skipper.
How many
As far
people does that fit on it, by the way? Like, would it fit all of us on it?
No, it skippers fit one person at a time.
What if we got really close and we're like really good friends about it?
but,
We're all like
but we also have
we're all like pretty big too.
I can ride on the handlebars.
Our three
we
of us,
also
like-
have my Blitzosaurus.
Mm.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, my rhinoceros. We can ride on that one.
There
That
you
would
go.
be stick.
We also have winch claws on the Zephyr.
Mm-hmm.
So is
I mean-
it better off all of us going down, or are we trying to winch the thing up?
Or well,
I mean,
um,
could we crane machine it with the winch claws? Would that be hard?
would anyone care if I take a bit of a closer look? Cerise is in the iron body now, so
Oh, sure.
she looks normal.
Cerise, you're back.
Yes.
It's
Hi.
been a
Sorry.
while. Were you having you time like Priscilla was?
Yes. Maybe not in the same way.
It is Self-Care Sunday, so it's really personalized to you, I've heard. There's a lot of publications that go out about Self-Care Sundays.
That's true. Well, should I go kind of scout ahead or this thing, see how best we can move it?
Sure, sounds good.
All right.
Yeah, as long, I mean, you'll be safe out there. You're big and tough.
That's true.
Anything
That's
starts getting you, just yell really loud. We'll hear you.
You'll know. You'll know. All right.
We'll keep an eye on the spring foxes. I'm sure they'll work something out.
That's true. That's true. How close are we to this? Can I just like go to the edge, use the little grappling hook attachment on my arm and like hook down to it into the
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
I'll
into
allow
the
that.
treetops? Okay, yeah, cool.
Grappling attachment on your arm.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
a grappling hook.
Grappling hook.
I was like, you know what? That would be handy just as a basic thing to have.
It is
Anyways.
indeed handy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, yeah. I'll,
Handy hunk Hank.
I'll go to edge of the Zephyr, kind of hook the grappling part onto like a very sturdy metal pipe or railing, and then hop over and just kind of glide on down and take
All
a
right.
look around this canister thing.
Well, we are going to get our first roll going here for this evening. So,
Oh yeah, rolling dice.
Um,
Do that.
yeah, we do that sometimes. So, why don't you tell me what edge and skill you're using?
Let's see. For edge, probably to see how best the trees would react as we move this thing. Tides and scavenge, because I feel like in a way we're kind of scavenging this. So that's 2 dice.
All right.
All right, here we go. No bad rolls, please. I hope I didn't just jinx myself. Jinx. I did not. All right, that's a 6 and a 5.
All right. That is a success. You lower yourself down through the canopy, and everybody watches as Cerise disappears into the thrash below. It takes only moments before the light is completely drowned out in this place. Luckily, with your soft glow, you can kind of see a little bit around you.
Oh, yeah.
And you lower down to the tin can. You see that it is, in fact, a very rusty cylindrical object about 80 feet long.
Huh.
There is a huge like a huge windshield that kind of sits up above the rest of the body, which has been smashed in by limbs that have kind of grown into it. And you see like other limbs are like growing up through the body of it.
Cool.
And for lack of, to save on too much description, it is a submarine. A very, very old submarine.
Is it a yellow submarine?
It was once.
Ooh.
Nice.
Now it's mostly rust colored, but it does have some patches of yellow.
I love the fact that this is a
Okay.
submarine that had a windshield. Like that's
No, that's sick.
Nice. All right. Okay. All right. Can I tell that if we hook the winch claws to it and we start moving it up, will any of those twisting branches pose any major opposition for us doing so?
It does look like you would not be able to free it. Now, you could take the time to cut all of the branches and then winch it. That's an option.
Yeah. All right.
But realistically, the only thing, just as a kind of a reminder, what Weaselbop is looking for is the power source of the submarine.
Power source, right? Okay. So in that case, since I know, oh no, not the crossing of the streams.
Ooh.
Ruby, when did you get here?
Yeah, we're
Okay.
just all in the same universe.
Yeah. So, Cerise is going to find a way she could possibly manage to get in.
Okay, getting a little bit closer and taking a better look, you see that the windshield part has been smashed all up, and you could get in that way. There is like one of those submarine top hatches that you could also
Mhm.
use.
Ooh.
You know what? For the fun of it, I'll use the submarine top hatch.
All right. So it is quite rusty. So go ahead and give me just a simple. Actually, give me a grace and break.
Grace and break. Okay, cool. That's one singular D6. That's for
Real
the grace
good.
part. 2.
All right, could have went better, but
Yeah.
it's definitely stuck in place. It does not.
Could have gone worse.
You like it makes that squeak noise as it turns like just a scotch, and then it just binds up completely.
Okay. Well, through the window it is. Wouldn't be the first time. Probably. I don't think I have the can opener ankle attached. Good looking out though. So yeah, through the window.
Okay. You enter in through the window and you see that this is like the bridge area. There's another one of those hatch doors that appears to not have that much rust on it. There's a few comfy seats in here and like the primary steering device.
Mm-hmm.
Across the room is another twisty turny deal, but it's to a door that leads further into the submarine.
Okay.
Mm.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try the
Okay.
door.
It very easily turns and the door opens.
Yes.
And taking a looky peek inside, you see that it's a smaller room, probably 9 feet by 9 feet. It's like an office of sorts. There's a wardrobe in here, a small chest, a desk with some parchment, and like a map of like the old world, like pre-Verdancy. And sitting at the desk is a skeleton.
Okay.
What?
Yeah. Fair enough. I hope you have a very interesting story, my friend. And yeah. Let's see. Can I? Let's see. I already forgot what all you said was in the room. I know the skeleton, the map of the like pre-verdant world.
Yep, and there is a treasure chest, and there is a wardrobe.
And a wardrobe. Okay, so yeah. Well, I guess I'm gonna kind of take some time to kind of look around, like deep dive into stuff carefully.
Right.
Because who knows how old this stuff is? It's pretty old. Gotta be.
Exactly. So, taking a look around and taking the time to actually explore and not touch anything, you see that most of the room seems relatively untouched, but kind of like on the skeleton's bones are this like black ooze-like chemical that you have heard of before. It is called Crezerin.
Crezerin.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Ray, how do you spell that?
Crezzzerin.
Thank you.
Yep.
I was going to ask if it was Dip from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but this sounds a lot more scary.
Ooh,
So, Crezerin is wildly mutative.
mhm.
It basically changes the chemical makeup of whatever touches it. So it can basically the description of it says use Crezerin if you want to reinforce the inherent weirdness of the world.
Ooh. Cool.
So it tends to mutate creatures and make things do bad stuff. And it is believed, though not proven, but believed that Crezerin is what caused the verdancy.
Ooh. That would make sense.
And the skeleton is covered in it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Cool. That's totally fine.
Well, at least I have something to protect me from Crezerin itself. I'm gonna kind of like lightly tap something like on the skeleton that's not like Crezerin. Crezerin covered, like just light boop somewhere just to be like, are you gonna move or not? I did not.
Getting a little bit closer and kind of touching on the skeleton, like the body leans forward a little bit and the head droops down, and like Crezerin just kind of pours out of the mouth a bit. And you smell like this, like sweet and like acrid at the same time smell.
Spooky.
And it gets all over the desk and messes up the papers and stuff.
Oh no, maybe not the map. Maybe that might be too late. Okay, okay, yeah. You know what? The map's not the important thing. Okay. Okay. Turns around. Is okay. I highly doubt the power source that I'm looking for is in here. I'm gonna go back into the like control room area. Kind of search through it.
Okay, in the control room area, there really isn't too much in here. There is a steamer trunk, and as you're searching through and kind of like kick the lid open on it, you see that it's filled with other little scribbles and writings of like things that they've seen along the way. Measurements of ocean depths and things like that. But there doesn't appear to be anything else like truly valuable in this room.
Okay. Would I really know where to find like a power source for this?
So on ships of this era, the power sources are usually down on the bottommost deck.
Yeah.
Could be on this one, possibly.
Let's see. I'm gonna try to like make my way down to the lower decks then.
Okay. You head over to the twisty deal that's on the floor, and again, much like the door that you messed with before, it very easily unlocks. Like some rust falls off, but it unlatches. And when you open it up, there's kind of like this, not a rush, but there's like air flowing up out. Like
the release of pressure.
Right. And thank you very much, Super Gets. And while you're sitting there looking down, you can't see any kind of light or anything coming from down inside of it. But you do hear like a thudding kind of noise. It sounds like something's running around down there.
Oh no.
But it sounds like soft feet on metal. So it's like...
Cerise is pulling out her Corsair saber.
You ain't messing around.
I guess there's no time but to do this. We really need this. And she's gonna kind of jump down into the hole. And like just kind of brace herself, ready for a fight.
For anything.
The rest of the crew, you've been sitting up on the ship for a while. Cerise has been down there a good minute.
Kanoko, do you have any fours?
I have it too. Go fish.
Dang it. This would be a lot more fun if Cerise were here too.
Yeah.
Do you think
What are the spring foxes doing? Are they?
Yeah.
Is there any...
Are they chill or are they freaked out?
So at first they're just kind of like circling around like they were, but then after a few minutes they like kind of start jumping out like dolphins would.
Oh, okay.
Like they've gotten a little bit faster and they're like jumping out now.
I wonder if we should put the cards down and go find out what's going on down there. I'm a bit worried.
Are you just saying that because you're winning? Or like that you're actually
Yes.
worried?
No. Yes. No. Wait. No.
I mean, like, it's totally fine. I get it. We can best 2 out of 3 once we know Cerise is back. And then maybe, maybe we can have an alliance and then we can beat her. You know, because
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get the rules of this Go Fish game, but we could have like a secret alliance. That seems like what we need to do in this game, right?
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Let's go get her.
Don't tell Cerise. I mean, Priscilla, don't tell Cerise about our secret alliance.
What alliance now?
Exactly. But we're
I
gonna
do. I
go
like
in-
to.
We're gonna jump into the thing and make sure that Cerise is okay. Do you want to come with us?
Okay, I guess I've sunbathed enough. So, you know, there's such a thing as too much sun or something like that. So, I guess we
Come on, it'll be
go-
fun.
we could go down
It'll be fun.
the dark shadows. Sure, okay.
I mean, Self-Care Sunday can sometimes involve jumping into holes of mysterious places with your friends, right?
I love going into holes. Sure.
Yuck. Anyways,
Wow.
Why do I feel like Cerise taught them Go Fish?
God, I hope she did.
Well, there goes our monetization. Thanks, Tofu.
Oh god. For once, it's not me being the god of brain. Jeez.
Goodness.
I love it. Now, how are the 3 of you getting down there? That is the question.
I have wings, and I can fly.
Okay.
What?
Easy enough.
I have 4 arms. Can 2 of them hold my friends, and the other 2 hold my hopes and dreams?
I
I never done the math of carrying capacity.
I want to say yes. However, I feel like Harlan is probably much smaller than Kanoko and Priscilla.
Yeah.
Probably.
Like,
Well,
they're looking at their hands and looking at their friends, and, like, they narrow their eyes, like,
If by the trajectory of the moon and sun, can I carry them?
They
Well-
look like big, strong hands.
Priscilla actually does have a skill or an aspect where she can handle surfaces and stuff that's unstable and be able to like grapple down. So
That's cool.
my mechanical part of me will be able to attach my own harness, and I can lower myself down.
aw, fun.
That's cool.
You're like, I belayed myself. Don't anybody touch me.
Yeah.
Are there any, like just looking at the canopy or just below the canopy, are there any fungal elements here? Is there any like mushrooms or anything?
You know what? I'm gonna say yeah. There is.
Okay.
Can I try and talk to them? I'm not very proficient at all in Gaudium, which is the mushroom language, but can I try and connect with them and see if they
Sure.
can give us an easier path down?
Give us a roll.
Now, would this fall under? Do you think? So it could be tides because trying to convince them to ease our path through the canopy, or it could potentially be instinct. Trying to talk to them.
Yeah. I know it's been a while. So just as a reminder, this is a game of you tell me. Like if we can justify it, you roll some dice. Like
Okay.
Yeah.
I reckon this is going to have to be instinct.
Okay.
You know, just in searching out. Kinoko searches out mushroom colonies wherever they go. So I think this is. Okay, so
They're-
instinct.
Their
plus-
normal Tuesday activity.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, instinct plus Gaudium. Double sixes. There you go.
Bam. All right. So you get a critical success, and because it's a double, it's also with a twist, which is awesome. So, what do you say to them?
Hello. Me and my friends are trying to get down to the big long thing down there, and I was just wondering if you could help us, just like make it a bit easier for us to get down there. Maybe give us some like handholds or something. I don't know. Something like that. Please.
Danger lurks here.
Oh.
Are you sure you want us to help you?
Oh no, I think so, because our friend is already down there. We gotta go help.
We saw. She's probably dead now.
What
Wanna
kind
be
of
the first time?
danger? What's going on down there?
The Krezerin is everywhere here.
Oh no. Oh no.
Kanoko, you look really concerned, and that's kind of concerning me. Because you're just
Oh,
standing here saying, oh no.
Well, so I talked to the mushrooms and they said that it's dangerous down there. There's Krezerin everywhere, and I'm worried about Cerise. So I think we need to go rescue her.
even more reason to go. So let's
Yeah.
go.
Like we can't like touch anything because of the Krezerin. That
Yeah.
so do we have any gloves on the ship?
Of course we do. I run over to my workshop and I grab a few and some several for all of Harlan's hands and special shaped ones for Kinoko.
Aww.
Harlan is incredibly touched that they didn't have to ask. They stand with their cool gloves on and just go,
Ha ha! Now I can touch stuff.
Kinoko's like wearing oven mitts.
Yeah.
But I also stuff an extra pair in my little belt bag for when we meet Cerise.
"Oh, that's smart."
Thank you. That's a really good idea.
Let's turn back to the mushrooms.
So, can you help us get down there at all?
Absolutely. And the twist comes in, and that is these mushrooms have been feeding off of Krezerin for quite a while. So they're not just the mushrooms anymore. They have actually kind of like melded with the tree.
Oh.
Like the tree.
Okay.
So you hear a bunch of snapping, poppling, and leaves rustling as branches begin to twist upwards and form into a staircase.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
I mean,
And
Wow.
you can see like on the branches is it's like the white mushrooms that grow out like in half circle. Like
oh,
you know what I'm talking
yeah.
about? It looks like those.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. We should go, right? Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. It's okay to like step on these guys, right? Like even though they're mushrooms, Kinoko, are you gonna get mad if we walk down these stairs?
Well, how about I just check for consent?
I'm going to turn to the mushrooms.
Is it okay if we step on you?
You are fine. You will not harm us.
Oh,
Thank you. It's fine. We could do that.
And I bend down and like pat one of them.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I love that.
Harlan starts doing little tippy tappies on the stairs as they start to go down. So it's just like tap 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 tap.
Priscilla's gonna be like constantly, thank you, as she's going down. I don't know if you can understand.
Doing her princess wave as she goes down.
Yeah, dude,
Thank you so much. Thank you.
the princess wave.
Priscilla, by the way.
that's so cute.
All right, the three of you descend through the canopy into the thrash below. Cerise, you head down into the next level of the ship. You find yourself in a small room. Directly behind you, there is one of those portcullis doors, and directly in front of you is another one. Other than that, there's nothing else in this room. It's just completely sealed off. It seems like this room is designed to, if something were to happen above and fill with water, this room would fill and the rest of the ship would be fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. All right. I've still got my saber out, and I'm gonna try one of the doors.
Okay. Would you like to use the one in front of you or behind you?
I'll go with the one in front for the moment.
Okay.
I'll open it up.
For now.
Okay, you open the door in front of you, and you are looking directly at a massive water tank, like a water heater. No clue what this could be used for, but it's there. it's a thing. To your left and right across the room is smaller versions of the doors. And in the corner sits a small toolbox, which has a few tools sticking out of it. There's a hammer, a pipe wrench, a few metric sockets.
Okay. Kind of don't need those for the moment.
If you want me to crack out the Kanoko voice, I will, but just be prepared.
Yeah. Okay, so, left or right? Back to right. I'll take the right door.
Right door it is.
And I've still got my saber out while I'm doing this.
Right. Okay. Out the right door is a L-shaped hallway that kind of leads back towards the left. Without heading out to like put yourself into danger, you can move into a position to look down this hallway, or at least around the corner, and you see that there is a very large storage room, and there are two skeletons that, like, they're holding hands, but each of them have a knife.
Ooh.
And they're both kind of like down on their knees, and from what you have seen before, you think to look again, and you see that Krezerin is on them as well.
That
From
sounds difficult.
from somewhere, you hear.
Oh no.
Okay, gotta make this quick. I'm gonna go down the hallway. I'm kind of keeping watch as well as I can around me while I'm heading to the storage room.
Okay. Proceeding into the storage room with the skeletons. You see there's a number of like busted crates with rotten food stuffs. There is some like hardtack that's still good. And there's 3 kegs of some sort of liquid. Could be booze, could be water, could be anything.
Could be Capri Sun. We don't know.
Could be Capri Sun.
Yeah, could be. I don't know, and right now I feel like I don't quite have the amount of time to check that, because I might get jumped. Anyways, okay.
Now that you are actually in this room, you see a staircase that leads down, and there is another door that is behind you.
Ooh.
Yep, I'll take it and open the door.
Okay. Opening this door, you see a hatch in the floor, a chest, and there are 2 of the old-timey like scuba diver suits, but without the helmets.
Ooh.
Oh no, the helmets are in the corner.
Uh,
The helmets
okay.
are the best part.
Okay. Alright. And still kind of checking around. There's not much else down here, not another door or anything.
Not to continue on this floor. There's just the door on the floor that leads down to the next level.
Door.
Yeah.
The floor door.
I'll open that one up.
Floor door. Okay.
Scanning the room quickly before I do so.
Let me just see where that leads to.
Ooh.
Okay, so looking down, you see a circular room with nothing in it. It's completely empty, but there is a door that, using reasoning, the door actually leads out of the ship.
Ooh.
Okay. That'll be good to know for later. I haven't seemed to come across a particular power source.
Not yet.
Zephyr. Okay.
I don't
I'm-
like that.
Looking. all
Don't like
around.
that one bit.
Dong, 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 dong. Back to the group. You have walked your way down.
We're on patrol. We're on patrol.
You see the broken windshield, and you see the open door and everything. The hatches are open, but there is no Cerise.
I think she's gone on ahead.
Cerise. I don't think she can hear me.
Do I? I know.
Yeah, does she?
How loud are you saying that? Are you yelling it, or are you just
Yeah.
saying it?
Yelling it. Fuck it, I'm yelling.
All right, so you yell it, Cerise. You do hear Harlan call out your name, and you also hear the thumping, the weird thumping noise stop.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Cerise is just okay. Okay.
This is
Okay.
fine. This is good.
Cerise is gonna, as quietly as she can, try and start making her way back up to where she heard Harlan. But she is still watching all around her as best as she can with her sword out and at the ready.
Right. Okay. Cerise is heading back. What is the rest of the group doing?
Well, since Cerise hasn't quite answered,
Right.
Priscilla now helps Harlan. And also starts going, Cerise, are you in there?
Yes! Bad decision, crew. Bad decision.
I'm not sure if yelling out is the best idea, folks.
But I mean, it sounds
Stay-
kind of cool and echoey. You should try it, Kanoko.
I mean, yeah, it does, but the mushroom said there was danger, right?
Well, maybe they'll hear us, Danger will hear us yelling and be so intimidated because we're just that good.
Oh, maybe.
All of you hear. All of you hear what sounds like an entire bucket full of tools, just metal tools, just get dumped out onto a metal floor, and then that thumping goes towards the back of the ship.
Oh no.
Do I hear it possibly coming towards me?
So you do hear it coming towards you, but also as it gets closer, it's above you.
I look.
Can
You just
we
see
hear-
the metal ceiling.
Can we hear that thumping from
Yep.
where we are right outside the windshield?
Yep.
Is it heading towards us?
No, it's heading away.
Yeah.
Away from us, right? Okay.
Do you know what?
Oh.
I'll start kind of sprinting towards them.
And hearing the thumping, I'm going to climb through the windshield.
All right.
Hearing that thumping, I'm like, you guys, I think we need to hurry. We need to get closer to Cerise. There's some sort of other weird noise in there.
I'm following Priscilla in.
Okay. Cerise follows the path back and, with a sprint, will kind of speed things up a little bit. And as you all are preparing to head down, Cerise, you pop your head up through the... So you all see Cerise pop her head up.
Ah! Oh!
Can you guys please stop yelling?
Cerise, you're not dead. Cool.
I sure hope I haven't died a second time.
Oh, we were worried about you.
Yes, I could kind of tell when you started yelling. I didn't want to say anything just in case, there's something in here, I think, somewhere. And I don't like it. I'm gonna put my saber away while I'm with them. I still haven't found what we're looking for quite yet. But yeah, thanks for being concerned. Maybe next time don't yell into a dark place that echoes.
Well, how else are we gonna find you?
Yeah, I mean, that was really the most efficient way that we could think of in that moment. Also, we
really
need to find
should
the
look
things
into
that
getting
we
a
can-
walkie-talkie, guys.
What's a walkie-talkie?
It's those like little talkie-walkies.
Oh,
I
I've never those sometimes.
yes.
That sums it up.
Sure.
I think I've heard about those. I haven't used them. Anyways, I guess since y'all are here, y'all don't have to, but would y'all like to come help me
Yeah,
search for this power source?
we need to find it
Sure.
so then we can go back and finish our Go Fish game. We were trying to play without you, Cerise, but I mean, some of the
how-
rules don't make a ton of sense.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it wasn't as much fun without you.
Exactly. We needed
Oh.
Cerise there too.
Okay, I appreciate that.
How can we go fish if you're not there?
That's fair enough. Next time I'll try and not be away for as long. I am under so much stress.
Well,
much
let's just
stress.
go find this thing for Weaselbop, and then we can go play Go Fish on the way back.
Yeah, and then it'll
There
be
we go.
easier because we can all carry it.
Harlan was almost to Yahtzee with her like reverse card.
Yes.
There were some other cards in there that made me pick up more cards, and I don't know. I was a little confused with everything going on.
It can be a confusing game. I feel like speed here is quite a good thing. All right. Anyways, back down. Follow me.
Follow Cerise.
Yep, follow Cerise. Press
All
F
right.
and follow Cerise.
I feel like we're all parading through now, like just one right behind.
Yeah.
Cerise in the front with her sword out. I do not trust this.
Now, are
Pinocchio
you?
behind going, ooh, at everything?
Harlan sitting there going,
Okay, this isn't that bad. Like, they said it was dangerous, but like,
Where's the danger?
all
They
of us are
haven't
up
seen
to date on like any shots and everything, right?
It's a shot.
I think you'd be okay, Kanoko. I don't know if
Okay.
water medicine does anything to you.
Yeah, it's all a bit funny. I think things have different effects on me than on you folks. So
Oh, that's kind of cool.
I don't want to try
Also, I
medicine
practically
into
are
my...
medicine.
That's right. If you ever got sick, you could just like look at yourself and be like, "No," and then you wouldn't be sick, right? That's how that works.
Yeah, I think so. I haven't been sick yet, so I haven't had the chance to test it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
This
Maybe I
is
should
all
try and get
very
sick.
interesting.
Oh, I mean, a couple of lives ago, I got like really sick with mono. I don't think you want to be sick.
Oh, that
Mono.
doesn't sound fun.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I drank someone else's drink, and my mother moth told me not to do that, but I did it anyways. And then I got super sick, and it didn't feel very good. But that's just back when I was
That wasn't how I got my mono.
Harlan looks at this boy and is like,
Oh. Yuck.
Huh? I don't understand. How did you get your motto?
she could answer.
Like waiting.
She's, time is of the essence, but we're sitting here like, you gonna tell,
Oh, yeah.
I want to
you gonna tell
know.
the mushroom how much of a dirty bird you are?
Cerise is just at the front, like, and going, oh.
We're having too rowdy of a time.
Are you taking the same path that you took the first time?
Yes, because
Okay.
I know I've been through there, and for the most part, it should be theoretically safe.
Right.
I've got my
So
sword
I'm
out
gonna
just in case.
get you all over there. You walk into that large storage room, and now the other three see the two skeletons that are holding hands and have stabbed each other.
Can I roll?
Yet they also have more romance than I do.
Stabbing each other is romantic?
It's like a
Each to their own, I guess.
It depends.
yeah.
I feel it highly depends on the situation.
It was like some sort of like old ancient story about like some kind of Romeo and Juliet thing. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Can I roll a study check to see if like there is any commonly known lore, like to kind of delve into like the Julio and Juliet like thing, but also if there are like any like fanatical groups that would do that kind of like ceremonial stabbing each other.
Sure.
Cool. Because that is 2d6. Ooh. That gets me a 3 and a 2. So we are looking at some disaster, folks. We are on the disaster
Oh, goodness.
transport.
All right. So a 3 and a 2, I'm gonna say for just the sake of not making things too crazy. You haven't heard of anything like this. This is the first time you're hearing of ritual stabbing.
Ah, so Harlan doesn't listen to cult podcasts. Got it.
Harlan's like, that's weird. Anyways.
Yeah, moving on.
Probably shouldn't touch any of this stuff, right? But Cerise, we brought gloves.
Oh, good. I don't need them for any of this stuff, but good. That's good. I don't touch any of these stuff.
You don't want to grab anything?
You know what? I'm just gonna head on over. I'm gonna be like, okay, watch, and I'm gonna touch some of the Saracen, just a little bit. I have ancient tar seal.
With
I-
gloves?
Nope, no gloves. I have a thing. I have ancient
Wow.
tar seals, which makes me immune to the effects of Saracen.
Incredible.
So like I've got a little bit of Saracen on my hand. I will wash and clean this off, you know, once we're relatively more safe.
That's fair.
Oh,
I'm gonna be careful where I touch things for the moment.
All right. And then you all are heading down the stairs, right?
Yes.
Am I understanding it correctly?
I am
We're
leading
heading,
them
we're
again.
heading downwards, right? Like,
Yep, heading
ultimately,
down.
we're trying to get to the bottom.
Yep. So you get down the flight of stairs, and I need to do this here. Okay. What is the marching order down the stairs? Because it's like
Cerise.
a thin staircase. So Cerise is in the front.
Cerise is in the front because she knows the way.
Harlan
I'll
is
follow
behind
Cerise.
Cerise.
Oh, I'll be behind Harlan.
And I'm at the back.
All right. You head down the staircase, which pretty much ends at a long hallway. There is a door directly in front of you, and then 4 other doors that kind of alternate down the hallway. Well, the 3 that alternate down the hallway, and one way down at the very end. At this point in the ship, you see some of the branches have grown up through the floor and have breached the hull, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
Are some
Well,
of the
this is
mushrooms
the
that we
thing.
met earlier, are they growing on some of the branches that are through the floor?
You don't you don't see any right away, but after like really getting a closer look, you see some little tiny ones have started to sprout. They're still like little babies.
Oh,
Aww.
are they equally as creepy?
Probably.
Or are they creepy but in a cute way?
they're cute creepy.
Cute creepy. My favorite
Um,
kind.
Since I'm looking a little bit closer and I see those, I'll ask Kanoko. Kanoko, there's like little shrooms over there. Do you think you could ask them maybe if they know the way?
Sure. The thing is, what are we looking for exactly? Like, how do I describe it to them?
Something that might feel to them like it's a life source, some sort of
Ooh, that'll work.
energy.
Yeah, something's wrong.
Okay, sure.
Turn to the mushrooms.
Hi. I don't know if you guys have been here for very long because you're so small, but do you know if somewhere in this thing there is like an object that feels alive or like it has energy coming out of it? Something like that?
We're just a baby.
Oh my
Okay. Thank you anyway.
A little pat.
I don't think that was helpful. They're just babies.
It's worth a try.
No, that's a try. Yeah.
Yeah. What is helpful though is that the door that is closest to you all, it's one of those portcullis doors with the spinny wheel and all that stuff. From the room beyond, you all can hear a faint buzzing.
Okay.
Like
a-
electric
like a-
buzzing? Or like bees
Harlan,
buzzing?
like bees buzzing.
Nobody's allergic to bees, right?
I don't think so.
I'd be concerned if I was.
Definitely not.
Yeah. Okay. That must be more of like an ardent kind of concern.
Yeah, probably.
There
You never
might
know.
be either
says
one...
says the lactose intolerant moth.
I mean, some, It's a weird world we live in.
That is very true. That's very true. You
But
never know what's gonna happen.
there's either several small bees that are going to ambush us, or one very large bee that could hurt us.
Yeah.
I wonder what bees taste like.
Harlan's
Well-
eyes light up and they're like,
You know, that's an excellent question that we could find an answer to for you.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
I imagine they're going to be kind of sweet, especially if they're honeybees.
Oh. Kanoko is like vibrating in excitement.
Harlan's like,
Elevator music starts playing.
This will be easy then. Do we just knock on the door, do you think?
No, I feel like that's not quite fully necessary. Cerise is gonna kind of slowly, lightly open the door and look in.
Do we
Okay.
all like pop around like
Yeah, like
It's like just
very Scooby-Doo of us?
yeah. Cracking the door and peeking inside, you see initially just large machine parts everywhere. There's a very, very large mechanical engine in the center of which is a glowing green like container. There is a skeleton who is still like in the process of holding a lever. But the buzzing noise is now much more audible, and you see that inside, trying to make a repair as best you can tell, trying to fix this thing, is a Zelicray who, as they're touching on things, you see like honeybees crawling out and then going back into their form.
Delicious. That's so fun.
Are you the one I've been hearing this whole time?
The entire head turns around like 180.
Cerise is in full view and the door's just open and her arms are just flexed to the side. The sword kind of semi-dangling from her hand.
Why are you on my ship?
We were sent for a part.
We're on a
I
mission.
thought there was something worse here.
This is my ship.
Hi. We actually have to deliver something from here to someone else. I'm a mail moth. Not like a male, like man, but like parcel.
A parcel moth.
I'm a parcel moth.
Oh my gosh.
Could we please collect our parcel and then be on our way?
No, everything here is mine.
Well, that seems kind of greedy, doesn't it?
yeah.
Yes.
What do you even do with all this stuff?
It doesn't even work.
Yeah.
It's a work in progress.
There's tree branches all the way through. I don't think you're gonna be able to get this thing working.
The hand comes up and like fingers do this, and you hear like a sharp whistle, and you hear what sounds like a metal pipe kind of drop on the ground, and then Priscilla, since you were bringing up the rear,
Also, please keep in mind, I do have my shield on me.
yep. You hear coming very quickly behind you that thumping noise, and as you turn around, you are face to face with a canine ectus.
me!
Oh my goodness. Well, aren't you adorable? Gertie, you too. Going to. I'm gonna take one of my blooms off, and I'm gonna kind of like wiggle it like a toy. I'll be like, "Do you want one of these? Do you want one of these?" And just kind of throw it across the room.
Chat, give me a D6! Exclamation point D6! Give me a roll.
I'm so excited for this.
This is gonna be so great.
I like flabbergasted. I had to like try to figure out how to pivot.
Ooh, a 5. All right. So the spiky puppy dances around for a minute and then chases after your petal, and the Zelicray is like, every time. Well,
very
guess
good
we're doing this the hard way, and draws its rapier.
Okay.
Let's do this. Cerise is now fully like alert, ready for a fight.
Beautiful.
Like the little spectral flecks are now brighter
So
in excitement.
I think I'm gonna speak as Cerise is like getting into fight stance, and I'll be like, I'd really like to roll with my sway and my grace to try to to talk to him.
Okay, go for it.
So I got yeah. Okay, so that's D2. I've got 2 2s.
So
Doubles?
you can attempt to talk to him if you would like. Cerise drawing her weapon in response, though, he's fully ready for battle now.
Okay, so what I'd like to try to talk to him is, whoa. Before we get all choppy. Sir, can I, sir? I don't know. I'm sorry, whatever your pronouns are. I'm really sorry. We haven't gotten even your name yet. And I understand it was presumptuous of us to think that we can just take something that you believe is your shit. So can we kind of start over?
All right. Let me give it a roll here.
Oh boy.
Oh, goodness.
I mean, sir, you are kind of the bee's knees, so I kind of like to think that we'd have something that we can
What's happening?
discuss.
So I hate that I rolled a 1.
Nice.
I don't even know what to do with this now.
Thank you, Dice. We appreciate it.
The RNG gods hate me. All right, so let me switch from fight music back to something a little more mellow. As he takes a moment and steps back, and I suppose we can speak. And he reluctantly puts his rapier away.
Cerise doesn't quite put away her sword in response, but instead kind of face palms with the sword, so like it goes clank.
My name is Apis.
Ah.
What?
Apis.
Sorry.
Apis.
Yep, APIS.
Like apiary, like that kind of thing. It's like an organization that keeps bees.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yes, the scientific name for a honeybee is Apis mellifera.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And that's a
Yeah.
science fact.
Science!
Yes.
Da-da-da-da.
Too bad my wife says I can't have bees.
Oh no.
So he says, I have nothing to offer you as a refreshment, but you're welcome to have a seat.
Harlan sits crisscross applesauce on the floor.
Yeah.
I
Kanoko just
love sweets.
Oh, 1 second. And he like reaches into his body and pulls out a piece of honeycomb.
Oh.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh golly. Okay.
I not we've seen stranger stuff, so I'm going to think that Priscilla isn't so weirded out by it, and just graciously accepts the honeycomb, and is like and tries to let's say, well, this is quite the sweetest honey I have ever had. You better believe it.
Oh no. Love it.
Cerise puts her sword away at that point and she kind of leans on, like, head first onto a wall. and the floating spectral specks are kind of go more inward at that pun. Like, oh no, it's again.
Wanted to fight.
I am not sure whether this is a terrible idea or not, but are there any stray bees wandering around anywhere near Kanoko?
There's
Yeah.
not.
Damn it.
Damn
You
it.
know what? There are.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna say there's bees just everywhere in this room. Some of them are flying around, some are crawling on things, but yeah, they're everywhere in here.
I eat one.
It's spicy.
Spicy. Why is it spicy?
Why is it spicy?
Why is it spicy?
Ah,
Kanoko just sits there for a couple of minutes, pulling the weirdest faces.
Pulling the
Oh,
weirdest
no.
faces for mushroom.
Does
Mushroom who doesn't have a face. Yeah.
Right?
different after a bee has been eaten?
Yeah, it's so it doesn't really seem to notice.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I thought I was going to start war there, but that's okay.
Harlan
And
looks
it was kind of tasty because like being a plant yourself, like you could taste like the pollen.
Oh,
Nice. Spicy pollen.
Yeah,
nice.
Nice.
got
Well,
a bit of a zing to it.
Harlan kind of looks at Kanoko and then looks back at Apis and is like,
Did you eat one? Did you
I see. Yeah.
Can
Pretty
you
tasty.
eat
It's spicy.
all of them?
I mean, it might take me a while. There's a lot, but yeah, sure. Good.
Harlan looks at their pocket watch they keep on them and is kind of like, oh, you know, eh.
You
Carry the
want me to-
one.
Let's call that Plan B.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll be ready.
you'll be ready.
I see what you did there.
It's funny. It's a bee pun.
At this point, the canine cacti comes back in and like kind of starts jumping on Priscilla with like the leaf in what would be its mouth. It's like, and Apis looks at him and says, "Krasula, down."
Cressula.
Cressula.
Cressula. We have to take that puppy.
We're just taking
Poor-
everything from Apis. No.
Kill its owner,
Poor-
take the puppy. God.
Poor thing has been trapped in here for a while.
We need to take this puppy
no.
in the arms of It's 50 cents a day. You too.
Yeah.
And sponsor a puppy like Cressula.
So, Cressula has been trapped down here. Are you trapped too, Apis?
No, I'm able to leave.
So, what keeps you down here?
I'm trying to get this ship working.
I don't think it'll be able to really move on its own. Cerise is now just facing towards everybody, but is still kind of waiting, dejected on the wall while she's speaking. This ship doesn't look like it's meant for the Wildsea. It's meant for a different type of sea.
Yeah.
Yes, we're trying to go deeper.
Deeper.
Yes, deeper, below the thrash.
Is that even legal?
Doesn't matter. Our
Why-
queen is down there. We must rescue her.
Oh
You're crazy. How did she get down there?
no! How long has she been down there?
Kind of looks around for a minute. Starts like counting, and you all notice now like tally marks on the wall.
Oh
Counts out 30 marks.
How
That's
long is
quite
her
some
mark?
time.
What exactly do you need to be able to get the ship moving?
Many things. We must free it from the branches. This thing has the power.
I mean,
And is it just you on the ship left, Apis? You and Cressula?
Yeah. They were here, and he like points to the skeleton. They were here before us, but they were dead.
Yeah, it's easy to tell they've been dead for a while.
how do you know that you're, not to sound kind of crass or anything, but how do you know she's still alive underneath the thrash?
Kind of like leans his head back a little bit. We feels her.
Are you sure about that?
The mind is alive.
Oh,
I've lived a lot of lives, Apis, and there's sometimes that I think I feel someone from when I was Harl or Har, or even just H.
I don't
But-
mean to laugh, but I noticed that you did that earlier with ha, and I was like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Every new life they add a new letter, so that's why there's 2 N's.
Nice.
Then there's gonna be 3 N's.
Yeah, Harlan.
Uh-huh. Just gonna keep going.
Unless
Sorry.
we change into Harlinda, but we'll get there when we get there. But Harlan's kind of like sitting there and like,
I lived a lot of lives, and there's still some days that I think I feel people, or thoughts, or feelings from those lives before, or I remember something that doesn't really pertain to the me that I am now. Are you sure that this isn't just a phantom memory? I don't want to yuck your yum, but I just want to make sure that what you're doing, you'll be able to see the fruits of your labor.
We are the hive. We feel her mind. We will all die before we give up.
Fair
I
enough.
Our
know.
queen is most important.
I would like to try something. I have an aspect called Seven Eye Scroll, where I have eyes all over my body, and each of them can perceive different things about the world. So I would like to, if I can, mark to gain a specialized form of sight for a brief time. I would like to see if I can detect this mind. Yep. It's the Borg. Detect this hive mind that they're talking about.
Okay, yeah. So everyone sees like Kanoko open just multiple eyes, like all over their body. And you perceive like the aura that is their hive mind. Like bees do. They all share, it's not like they're sharing the same brain, but they're all like able to sense each other.
that's
Okay.
cool.
I could see them. I could feel them. They're alive. Yeah, they're down there. Yep.
How can I feel like where this hive mind is in terms of how hard it would be for anyone to get to it and rescue it?
So it is directly below. However, the exact depth is unknown.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And we could probably only get so far down.
It is pretty common in the Wildsea, like common knowledge, that the thrash is kind of as far down as people really want to go, because anything
Yeah.
below that is very dark, and there are very large monsters that live down there.
Mm-hmm.
How, just based on our knowledge of, seaworthy, canopy-worthy vessels, how difficult would it be to get this tin can into a shape that would allow it to travel, that would actually achieve the purpose that Apis wants it to do?
Let's get some rolling from everybody. I feel
Okay.
like this is in the wheelhouse of Priscilla and probably Cerise.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all might have some nice dice pools on this one, but let's do some rolling. Like if you have an aspect that might come into play, like let's hear it.
I do have study. It's a skill to see the meticulous recording and focused investigation. Learns the import of details others would miss. Make connections and sort information.
I like it.
I would like to use my tights edge and maybe my wave walk skill to kind of, if I need to, also kind of go outside, judge how, the branches are moving, and if we remove some branches from inside in order to somehow get this thing moving, how best to go in that direction. Like, if things would actually move around the way it needs to.
Okay.
So,
I can buy that. Kanoko?
Given that I just used my special eyes sensing to try and figure out if the queen is still there and how deep she is and so on. I would like to use tides and sense to try and get a feel for instance, how difficult it is to traverse this spot of. Do you know what I mean? Like how if you're going through a bunch of tree trunks and shit, it's going to be difficult to get through, right? Like, I want to try and sense how difficult the path would be to get there.
Okay.
And then compare that to what I can think about with this tin can.
Okay. And Harlan?
Yeah, I would like to roll a scavenge to see what around here realistically would help make the tin can actually viable.
Here we go.
Okay. So everybody give me your rolls and let's hear it.
That is a 5 and a 2.
I got a 5.
3 and a 4. 3 and a 4.
That's a 666, baby.
Woohoo!
Ooh,
That's a fucking 666.
success with the twist.
Good.
All
I
right.
got the devil's number, y'all. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, it's so scary. Oh no.
It's a winner number for us.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So, with the combined efforts of the Zephyr's crew,
Powers combined.
yes, exactly. All of you kind of like huddle together, and you're like, and Apis is just sitting there like, what's going on? You figure out that it would actually not be that hard to repair this ship. It wouldn't require specialized materials like your ship does. This appears to be made out of just steel. There's no shortage of that laying around on this ship with Harlan's role. The helmets could very easily be repurposed with a couple smashes from a hammer.
They have armfuls.
They're like, there's so much stuff we can use.
And Priscilla, you are almost uncannily able to tell how to rewire this engine. That it's just a matter of Apis probably just being colorblind.
Would I be able to rewire this engine and using all of the materials to give it a different form of life? Maybe using that, what was that thing that's covering the skeletons again?
Oh, the Krezerin.
Krezerin.
Yeah, so since the Krezerin is what reinforces the weirdness, we could possibly use those to reinforce the energy of this ship. So that way we could take the current energy force back to Weezawop.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have an idea related to that. if Priscilla shares that.
Yes.
I have those lightning mushrooms. So if we use some Crezerin on the lightning mushrooms to mutate them into something that can generate, like become a source of energy.
Yeah, we could use that Crezerin to kind of amplify
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
the lightning, the sparks and the lightning of those mushrooms.
Oh, that's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
I love this
This
game.
is gonna be awesome.
Yes,
I love it. All right.
So we'll share that idea with the
With us.
Apis, and see if he'll agree to that type of trade. And on top of that, if he does agree and wants to go further down with our updates, we will happily take Krezula off his hands to give Krezula light again on our ship.
Oh.
We sure can.
Apis does not even hesitate and goes, "Let's go."
Yes.
Harlan's got one set of arms up in victory while the other set is holding all the steel that they've picked up.
Cue the montage of us like repairing the ship.
That is exactly
Yes.
right.
We have a good
do-
montage. We drink a
we-
sip of lemonade in the middle.
Cerise's little spectral stuff is a lot more animated and energized again. She's
I
out
love
of her
it.
little funk.
This is where we need Livy from Shattered Dungeons to be like, "Are y'all just running around saying montage?"
montage.
Listen, you gotta have one. You gotta
right.
have it.
So that is exactly what happens. The montage goes on. You're hammering out these helmets into flat pieces. You're breaking away and cutting away branches. Cressula's kind of running in between everybody's legs every now and again, just being a menace, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Having a good time. And after the montage, we come to the point of the engine. You have Priscilla has rewired everything. It's ready to go. So how does this work? It's like how to describe this? It's like a circular tank with a glass window. Think of a washing machine almost. Like a front load washing machine with a glass door. There's a glowing uranium core inside. It's got a nice soft green glow. And you're able to just kind of open the door to mess with things. So how does this go down? Walk me through this process.
Okay.
I hold my parcel bag open and go, "Don't worry,
I'm certified in being able to take hazardous materials. You just have to fill out a form."
Zilla has her fluffy pen ready to fill out any form that we need to fill out.
Ireland's eyes sparkle as they hand over the necessary form, complete with carbon copy sheets on the back, so that you can have a copy and I can have a copy.
Amazing.
Destination Weaselbots.
I think at some point during the montage, Kanoko would have done a quick trip back up the stairs to the little mushroom farm, and there would have been a shot of them digging up a little lightning mushroom and just holding it there. So once we've opened the thing, I think we swap out the uranium core for the mushroom.
Mushroom.
For the mushroom.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna say
Also, during the montage, Kanoko is sneaking a few honeybees every once in a while.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. That's fully part of the montage. Yep.
Cerise, if you could safely touch the Crezerin, would you like to do the honors of inoculating the mushroom?
Yeah, I can do that. Cerise will go gently take some Crezerin from the skeleton try her best in her robotic hands to keep the Krezerin from, just
Running out.
floating everywhere. But then again, her hands aren't as well suited for holding the Krezerin as maybe an Ardent. If they were able to handle it. So yeah, she comes back over with the Krezerin in her hands, making sure not to drop it anywhere on anybody else. And yeah, just kind of with guidance place it just right where it needs to be.
All right. You put the Krezerin on the lightning mushroom. You see it kind of like dull down for a minute as the Krezerin like seeps into it. And then it just starts to glow beautifully blue and white. Little lightning bolts start shooting around inside, as you've seen before with the living storm. And as the crackles and sizzles begin to fill the room, and you see lights start coming on all through the ship, all through the submarine, everything starts to come back to life. You can hear the engines start to hum. You can hear the propeller kind of starting to spool up, and like it's chewing up branches and things that were holding it in place. And the little mushroom turns around, and you see it's got a little face on it now. Like not like, oh, look at me, I've got eyes and things. Like, it's just like two little specks for eyes and like a flat line for a mouth. And it looks at you all and it says, all right, I live.
You live!
That baby's so grown up.
That is where we are going to end this episode for the evening. Thank you all so much for joining us, and thank you to this amazing cast. I hope that you enjoyed the chaotic mess that is the Wildsea. Join us next time as the crew delves down deeper in search of the Queen of the Apis?
The Apis, yeah.
Working title. But thank you all very much for joining us. Let's see. What does my calendar say? I do believe next up, our show will be on the 30th. That will be Kids on Bikes. Wild romp through an 80s and 90s themed adventure where the kids fight monsters, cast magic, and free people from scientific government facilities all before the lights come on. So thank you all very much. We love you to death, and we will see you next game. Later, everybody.
Be seeing you later.